Hey guys, DJ here with Next Level Coaching, and today we're playing with Solar Flare. And we're going to be on the play. And this hand has no black mana, but we have some draw spells. And we have a few turns before we need the black mana. So hopefully we draw into a land or two in general in the next few turns. And I think this hand is good. This hand's good enough to keep, so we're not going to mulligan. And I've played a game versus this guy already today. I believe he's playing some 3-color birthing pod list. He soundly smashed me in our one game we've played. And I'm going to see if I can exact revenge for that or not. So leading here with the Glacial Fortress because it comes into play tapped and we have nothing to do on turn 1. And next turn we're going to see Chrome Coast into Mana Leak or Think Twice. So see if he's, yep, it looks like he's still on Birthing Pod. And there's our black mana. Is there anything we want to do on turn 2? Yeah, we'll just play Chrome Coast here and then Think Twice. Think Twicing this turn is better than waiting till next turn to Think Twice because maybe we find a land that comes into play untapped for Think Twice, or maybe we find like a swamp or something like that. It just exists deeper in our deck, and there's no real reason not to. And we're hitting lands at least, so that's good. They're not untapped lands, but they'll work. They'll do what they need to do. So now I'm not too sure what 3 drops he plays in his deck. But most likely all of his 3 drops are going to resolve unless he just tries to tap out for a Birthing Pod here. We will counter that then. But if it's like a Sylvok replica or something, that can resolve. In general, we're going to try and save our mana leaks for his Titans and Birthing Pods if we can get them. The replica's a little annoying because it kills an Oblivion Ring, but we can deal with the replica first before we play Oblivion Ring if we have to. Or we can always O-ring the replica. And there's our basic island, which turns on our Drowned Catacomb. So we're going to go with Island here and pass the turn, and if he doesn't do anything, we are going to Flashback Think Twice, and if he does play a Birthing Pod, we're going to Mana Leak it. And the other play on our turn would have been to like O-ring his Sylvok replica, but that's just never happening in a million years. That's just a terrible play. His replica doesn't do anything, and yeah. So this is Birthing Pod, okay. If this was a Solemn Simulacrum, we would have let it resolve. But because it's Birthing Pod, it means he probably has another one in his hand. But we can't actually let this one resolve anyways, even though he paid full mana for it, so he doesn't want to cash out his replica. He probably has a land in his hand still. That would make sense, he just didn't want to play it. Either way, we're mana leaking this. And now if he tries something next turn with like a Titan or something, we are going to have our Snapcaster ready to rebuy Mana Leak and be able to Mana Leak it again. Although, curious why he played Birthing Pod main phase. 1, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm actually tapping out to like Doomblade the replica or Flashback Think Twice in response, and declare attackers or anything, so let's see what he's gonna do here. And he doesn't have a land, meaning he's got 4 spells in his hand. So if he just ran out Birthing Pod there without a land, it's likely he has another Birthing Pod. We are gonna counter this Birthing Pod because we don't want him to Birthing Pod and crack it crack the replica for a solemn and get mana out this early. We want to try and land stall him for a few turns while we set up our board better, gain advantage on him. Plus it helps that we have an answer for the Grave, multiple answers for the Grave Titan in our hand, if he has it. So he either forgot to play the land last turn or just ripped it. I'm going to go with he just ripped the land, but it's possible he was just sandbagging it and, well, forgot to play it last turn. Either way, he didn't do anything, so he's probably sitting on a 6-drop. We're flashbacking Think Twice here. Flashing back, excuse me. Think Twice. We draw another Think Twice. That's not bad. And we're finding land. This is good. Eventually, we want to get around to finding one of our 6-drops to close out the game with. Or a Memory Adept. Jace Memory Adept would be really good here, too. But for now, we're content just passing the turn. Alright, and he's playing something on a turn. Probably, yep, Forbidden Alchemy. Okay, no reason to counter this. We're going to let it resolve. He's likely looking for a land anyways, so no reason to deny him his land. So he lost Boneyard Worm, Birthing Pod, and another Forbidden Alchemy. Okay, so yeah, he most likely kept a land here. And I'm trying to think here. He probably has a Worm Coil Engine. If he kept the land, he's probably going to go land Worm Coil Engine. Or he just maybe has nothing. But that's very unlikely given that he kept his opening hand. Okay, so maybe he has Grave Titan and just tutored for the second Woodland Cemetery off the Forbidden Alchemy. He has got another Birthing Pod. Well, we can't mana leak this anymore, so we're going to go ahead and let it resolve and see what he does with it. It's possible I should have cast Think Twice in response to look for a Doomblade, but I really don't want to waste a Doomblade on a Sylvok replica anyways. Especially now that he has 6 land, like 7, 8, 9, 10, all the, any land drop after 6 is mostly irrelevant for this deck, so he'll probably go fetch a Solemn Simulacrum here, and then we're going to be able to Oblivion Ring the Birthing Pod. Either that, or I guess it's possible he could go grab Entomber Exarch, but I have to imagine he wants to grab Solemn here. Yep, there's the Solemn. And so now we're going to go ahead and start thinking twice. Ooh. Well, we get to cast Forbidden Alchemy instead of this other Think Twice, which is always welcome. And we find 3 land and Phantasmal Image, Snap Take Phantasmal Image. And we're going to save the Phantasmal Image for when he plays a bomb that we want to copy. I guess it's also possible he has something like Acidic Slime in his hand and he's just hanging on to it, waiting for an Oblivion Ring or something. I don't know how likely that is, but it's possible, so either way we're going to Oblivion Ring the Birthing Pod. And then we're going to Phantasmal Image. If he plays like a 6-drop here or something, we're going to Phantasmal Image it. If he plays a 6 Slime getting back Birthing Pod, he'll probably pot into a 6-drop after that, and then we can just day both of them away and then Oblivion Ring the Birthing Pot again. Yeah, it seems fine. Alright, so I think we're in a good spot here. So, yeah, we're going to 15. He's got 4 spells in his hand. Well, 3 and then 1 could possibly be a land, but... I'm not too sure what he could be holding here. It's possible, it's probably likely at this point that there is an Acidic Slime just sitting. So he's probably just destroying our Oblivion Ring with Acidic Slime. And then turning Acidic... Oh, he has Radiant Emissary. We don't care about that guy. And then turning the Acidic Slime into probably Grave Titan. Maybe Worm Coil. Worm Coil plays around day better. Okay, so he's just passing the turn. So he likely has absolutely nothing. So we're just going to think twice here. And since he hasn't played anything, we might just cash in our Phantasmal Image for the Solemn Simulacrum. We don't really want to take 4 here.